Montessori Grandma. Episode 9. The Verb Family.
The Story of the Verb Family, another Montessori story related to English language, retold and presented by Geeta Vijayachandran. Montessori often use stories when offering a new topic. I made this PowerPoint presentation of the verb family to help Montessori elementary teachers, traditional school educators, and children. This helps children learn and enjoy the different parts of speech. The story of the verb family. Do you remember what verbs are? They are action words. Yes, this is what you learned when you were small. There are three members in the verb family. They are the verb, adverb, and pronoun. The verb is the head of the family. The verb does all the actions in this world and moves around all the time. The verb is a sphere, and so it can move anywhere it wants. It is impossible to make a sentence without a verb. The boy, the plant. These sentences don't make any sense. The verb brings energy and light to the sentence, just as the sun brings light to the earth. The verb is creative because of the actions that it can perform. It is mobile and flexible. It can move about in an exciting way. The adverb moves round the verb. Let's look at the adverb. The adverb needs someone and cannot stand by itself. It modifies the verb. Example, sings loudly. An adverb can also describe the adjective. Example, very tall. An adverb can help another adverb. Example, too quickly. Or an adverb can modify a whole sentence. Example, fortunately, I reached home in time. An adverb does more things. An adverb describes the verb. It is like the earth orbiting the sun, which is a verb. An adverb can be found in any part of the sentence. Look at the list of verbs and adverbs. Walk gracefully, move gently, speak politely, sing beautifully, sleep peacefully, write neatly. These are some examples, and you can make more of these so that children can work with it. This is the verb family. The pronoun looks different to the other members of the verb family. There is a reason why the pronoun is here. Why does the pronoun look different? The pronoun once belonged to the noun family. He is a purple triangular pyramid. He stands tall. Let us listen to the story. The noun is the head of the noun family. The pronoun wanted to take the noun's place. He argued with the noun, and finally they reached an agreement. The noun will say the name first, and the pronoun will take the place of the other nouns. But the pronoun was not happy. He became so angry that he turned purple. He left the noun family. The pronoun took refuge in the verb family. Though the pronoun looked different, the verb received him with open arms. Since then, the pronoun has been living with the verbs. The noun and the verb families both knew that they were the head of an important family. The noun headed up a family that included the article and the adjective. The verb led a family including the adverb and pronoun. They knew that they each spoke for their entire families. This takes us to the end of the story of the verb family. But for those interested in learning more about verbs, I'm including some more slides. Adverbs play a great role. Run fast, smile sweetly, read quickly are some examples. There are 11 types of verbs: action verbs, stative verbs, transitive verbs, intransitive verbs, linking verbs, helping verbs, also called auxiliary verbs, modal verbs, regular verbs, irregular verbs, phrasal verbs, and infinitives. Action verbs are used to refer to actions. Most verbs you will find are action verbs. Run, swim, help, ignore, think are some examples. Stative verbs refer to conditions or states of being. We use stative verbs to describe things like qualities, states of existence, opinions, beliefs, and emotions. When used in a sentence, stative verbs do not refer to actions. It is important to know that some verbs can be used as either action or stative verbs, depending on their meaning in the sentence. Examples are love, want, own, have, resemble. A transitive verb is accompanied by a direct object. The direct object is a noun, pronoun, or noun phrase that is having something done to it by the subject of the sentence. Both action and stative verbs can have direct objects, which means they can both be used as transitive verbs. Example, the boy hit the ball. Intransitive verbs. A verb is an intransitive verb if it is not used with a direct object. Remember, only nouns, pronouns, and noun phrases can be direct objects. Prepositional phrases, adjectives, and adverbs cannot be used as direct objects. Once again, both action and stative verbs can be used as intransitive verbs. Linking verbs. Linking verbs are used to link a subject with a subject complement. A subject complement describes or identifies the subject of a sentence or clause. Linking verbs can function as intransitive verbs which do not take direct objects. Examples are be, become, seem, appear, grow. Helping verbs, also called auxiliary verbs. These are helpful verbs that work with other verbs to change the meaning of a sentence. A helping verb combines with a main verb in order to accomplish different goals. These include changing the tense of the verbs or altering the mood of a sentence. Examples be, have, do, can, will. Regular verbs. A verb is considered a regular verb if its past tense form and past participle ends in ed, d, or the verb is a t variant verb. For example, the verb look is a regular verb because both its past tense form and past participle is looked. Sometimes regular verbs may slightly change spelling. For example, the past tense and past participle of cry is cried. Jump becomes jumped. Slip becomes slipped. Try becomes tried. Sleep becomes slept. Lent becomes lent. Modal verbs. These are a subgroup of helping verbs that are used to give a sentence a specific mood. Each modal verb is used differently, and they can express concepts such as ability, necessity, possibility, or permission. Examples are can, may, might, must, and would. Irregular verbs. This is a verb whose past tense and past participle form doesn't end in ed, d, and doesn't use the t variant. Often the spelling of these verbs changes dramatically or may not even change at all. Be becomes am, is, are, was, were, be, been, and been. Eat becomes ate, eaten. Fly becomes flew, flown. Catch becomes caught, caught. Set becomes set, set. Phrasal verbs. These are combinations of a verb with prepositions and or adverbs that have a different meaning from the individual words used to form them. For example, the verb shut means to close, and the adverb down means not up or in a descending direction. However, the phrasal verb shut down means to stop the operation of something. Examples are ask for, put up with, talk down to, lock up, cut across. Infinitives are not verbs at all. However, infinitives look a lot like verbs because they are derived from them. An infinitive of a verb is identical to the base form of the verb. For example, the infinitive form of the verb open is open. Typically, we use infinitives with the word to in order to form infinitive phrases. Infinitive phrases can be used for a variety of reasons, such as to act like nouns, adjectives, or adverbs. Examples are to play guitar in a rock band is my goal. If you're looking for the best restaurants in town, Louis is a person to ask. The writing in the letter was too small to see. That takes us to the end of the study of the verbs. Thank you for watching. This is Geeta Vijaychandran signing off.
Montessori Grandma.